Welcome back to this week's edition of the Riverhawk Report, and welcome back to the sport of college basketball. As always, I'm your host, Ben Nawn. Fall sports are now over as the men's soccer team suffered a heartbreaking loss in the America East Championship, which we'll dive into more throughout the show. But both men's and women's college basketball is back, and it seems hockey is back on track. All this and more coming up with No Nonsense. It was a season to remember for the men's soccer team after years of preparing for the Division I transition. The Riverhawks had a golden opportunity to take a huge step in advance to the NCAA tournament after the gutsy 2-1 victory over nationally ranked New Hampshire on Wednesday, but it would not be easy against defending conference champion Albany in the title game. The Great Danes and the Riverhawks were set for something new at Cushing Field, the right to take home some hardware. The match did not disappoint either, as it went the distance all the way to double overtime, where at the 103rd minute, Albany struck gold. It was a somber mood after the game, but this team moving forward has the pieces to make another run. On the ice, the men's hockey team came across a turning point this past weekend. Needing Hockey East wins, the Riverhawks went up to Durham, New Hampshire to face a UNH team that has turned head so far this season. And thanks to impressive goaltending from Christopher Hernberg and a late Ryan Lowen tally, they won 2-1. On Saturday, the Riverhawks shut down another nationally ranked opponent in Northeastern 5-2. At 6-6 and 3-5 in Hockey East, UConn is next on the radar for a home-and-home this weekend. Paul Hogan is his name, and after a fourth-place finish at the NCAA Northeast Regional Tournament, it is a name to keep in mind when he gets set for the NCAA Championships taking place at Louisville, Kentucky this weekend. Hogan led the men's team to an 8th-place finish while the women came in at 13th. The cross-country season has come to an end as we turn to indoor track, but on behalf of the Riverhawk Network, we wish Paul Hogan best of luck. Volleyball finished their season with losses at UMBC and Hartford, but there's a lot of positives to take away from this team as they dug deep throughout the season and showed a lot of fight in every match. With the young team returning, they look to improve next season. One of the players to look forward to returning is Lindsay Visvardis, who was nominated for finalist of America East Fans' Choice Player of the Year. Basketball season is finally here, and both the men and women's teams were back in action this past week. For the men, they went the distance with rival UMass before falling 74-69 this past Friday, but opened up at home against UMass Boston, where they put on a clinic in the second half to win 102-63. Leading the way was Ryan Jones with 23 points and Sean Jones with 18 points and 6 assists. Freshman Obadiah Noel capped off the opening weekend with America East Rookie of the Week honors. They welcome Marist tomorrow night and Cornell on Sunday. The women's basketball team started off their season with a game at Rhode Island in which they fell 81-64 and began their homestand with a game against Holy Cross falling 84-56. Freshman Paula Lopez earned America East Rookie of the Week honors, scoring 19 in her debut against Rhode Island and finished with 16 against Holy Cross. They take on Columbia, a part of a doubleheader tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. Let's now take some time to look at your Circle Health Plays of the Week. We start with number 3, Paula Lopez, the freshman, dancing through traffic against Holy Cross. Look at this nice touch. In a great debut, she had 16 points in the loss to Holy Cross. Number 2, Nick Master and the Riverhawks. The master of the toe drag finds the back of the twine in a crucial moment in the Riverhawks win versus Northeastern. And our number 1 play of the week, it's the Riverhawks and the Minutemen, the first game of the year. Ryan Jones with the jumper. It would not go, but Obadiah Noel with authority cleaning up the mess and getting up there. Look at this. And a little bit of a stare down for the rookie. And those are our Circle Health Plays of the Week. Thanks for watching this week's Riverhawk Report, and make sure you stop by Costello Athletic Center for tomorrow's basketball doubleheader starting at 5 p.m. On behalf of the Riverhawk Network, I'm Ben Nawn.